Today begins the curious case of the Masters of the WWE Universe Wave 5 figures. And the reason why I say curious case is because Canada a couple weeks ago already have Wave 6 out on store shelves, which was really peculiar because we didn't even know what Wave 6 was. I mean, they didn't even get it announced until after they were already found in the store. So Wave 6, you've got Kane, you've got a new Ultimate Warrior, you've got Stephanie McMahon, and you've got Goldberg. But Wave 5, we got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, the heroic master of dragons. We got Becky Lynch, the man of WWE Eternia, Macho Man Randy Savage, NWO for life, and Rowdy Roddy Piper, Evil Hot Rod. So I'm very excited to be able to find these. Lo and behold, I was just stumbling and bumbling around my local Walmart here in Springfield, Missouri, and wouldn't you know it, these were actually sitting there on the pegs waiting for me to snag them up. Checking out the packaging before we rip it open, we've got our classic little cross sell here of the Wave 5 figures. We got our twist into powerful battle positions, little call out action features that we normally have. Rowdy Piper here has got switchable emblems on his armor to reveal battle damage. We got NWO Macho Man has his Macho Mace. We got Becky Lynch, Arm the Man with staff and shield. So very reminiscent of Tila. And then over here with Ricky, we've got a detachable dragon armor for creature combat, which is very cool. So let's go ahead and get these out of the package and check them out closer. All right, so now that we got them out of the package, you can see that each character has their own little unique mini comic. And I say mini, it is very mini, it's literally only one page. But these are nice little homages to the original Masters of the Universe toy line, and those all came with those mini comics. We got Rowdy Roddy Piper here. It's nice little added bonus in my opinion, and I like that, you know, it kind of shows you where this character aligns in the, you know, the realm of the overarching story of the Masters of the WWE Universe story that is being told throughout all the waves in these little mini comics. So very cool to see these. As far as the figures, if you're not familiar with what this line is, and you probably should be since we're on Wave 5 now and technically Wave 6, but these are historical Masters of the Universe WWE wrestlers kind of all mashed up into one. So these use a lot of these same body parts and accessories on the current Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins line. So you can interchange these heads, arms, legs, torsos, things like that with those figures. So if you want to put Rowdy Roddy Piper's head on Skeletor's body, vice versa, you can absolutely do that. But right here, we got armor for Hot Rod. It is interchangeable with different faceplates. So I can put on, you know, a battle damage Hot Rod or a further even more battle damage, several scratches on this one. Swap those out if you want, completely take it off. Also, same thing with his faux kilt. It's just held here on the back. So you can get rid of that completely. His accessory, he has this blue battle axe, very similar to He-Man. It's in fact the exact same battle axe as He-Man. It's just colored blue on this one. But overall, face sculpt on here looks really well done. Obviously, these aren't supposed to be the most articulated, highly detailed figures ever, $14 price point, and again, kind of supposed to be a mashup of Masters of the Universe, but I think they did a really good job capturing Hot Rod's likeness as far as articulation. You can, you know, look left, look right, look up, look down, spin the head all the way around because it's on a ball joint. On the arms, you know, forwards, backwards, upwards, outwards, and then you got a single bend at the bicep. You also have a swivel at the bicep, and then you have a horizontal hinge at the wrist as well as 360-degree swivel. The waist also swivels 360 degrees. The legs, they're on ball joints as well, so you can go outwards, forwards, backwards. You have a boot cut down here, and then you've got ankle rocking and pivot down here as well. You do have a single bend at the knee, although you are hindered a little bit by their mobility because almost all these wrestlers are wearing knee pads, so that kind of limits how far you can move their knees back and forth. But overall, the mobility and the posability of these figures is pretty good in my opinion, especially for the price point. Personally, I think they would be closer or better sellers at $10, but who am I to say, because literally I've bought every single one, so apparently I'm a sucker for that $14 price point. And we do have standard peg holes at the bottom of the feet, but that in a nutshell is Mr. Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Let's go ahead and set him back. Let's go to HWO/NWO, Macho Man, Macho King. He's got his Hordak chest armor, which is a nice little evil, you know, throwback, so to speak, since he is in his NWO color scheme. He's got the same like front shin guard kick pads that the previous release saw. So let's go ahead and get this out and compare. Right out of the gate, you can see that for the most part, everything is the exact same other than the mace. So the first Macho Man release we got had a much larger mace here, and we got a smaller version here on the NWO version, but face sculpt, exactly the same. Glasses, a little different paint there. You know, we've got our lines, oh, get it focused, there we go. We got our added lines inside the lens of the glasses there, but he's got his black and white stars and stripe, whereas this one, he's just wearing the orange, you know, stars briefs. These are the full leg. But again, knee pads are the exact same thing. You can take them off completely if you want. They're just black instead of yellow on the previous release. Overall, I'm happy to have the NWO version of the Macho Man. You know, that's one thing. In the later end of his career, the Wolfpack version of Macho Man was, you know, my favorite growing up. But either way, Macho Man is synonymous with the NWO for, you know, a better part of the 90s. His Madness skull cap there, aka beanie or whatever you want to call it, it is completely removable, just like the other figure. You can take it off and on, but that is the new Macho Man. And then we have the Man Becky Lynch, and this is pretty much, for all intents and purposes, just a retooled version of Tila. So here's Tila from the Masters of the Universe Origins line. You'll notice they both share the exact same shield and staff, it's just different colored. Becky's is painted with the man over the top of it, as I knocked Tila's off, although it is identical shield in every shape and form. She also shares a couple other attributes, so their bicep bangles here, exact same thing on Tila as it is on Becky. Okay, their forearm bracelets are identical, it just looks slightly different because this one has the, Becky has the golder paint job and the other one is a much flatter, more dingy looking gold. So Becky definitely has the better paint app in my opinion. Her face sculpt in particular, I think they did a really good job on her face. Got kind of a pout to it. Becky does also share the same briefs slash trunks as Tila, so that's another reuse, but you know, that doesn't really bother me as far as them reusing parts of the Masters of the Universe Origins line. That's kind of what I expect. She does have the same articulation as everybody else, although she's easier to pose and move because her arms and chest and everything aren't as broad as all the guys. Technically, she is the first woman in the line, but again, if you're one of those lucky few that got the Wave 6 figures in Canada early, or you know, before US customers did, then your first figure would have been the Stephanie McMahon one. But either way, they did a good job with the Man Becky Lynch, and I'm happy to see her in the mix. In my opinion, this is the best figure of this wave. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat literally comes with a dragon on his back, and it's a pretty big figure. I mean, this thing right here is impressive in itself. It does have head articulation, which is nice, spins all the way around. We got this nice lock, bounce around on his neck, his tail, everything doesn't move, but he's got a nice, you know, translucent orange to him. Just have this notch there, it's easier to set him on the back of Ricky. I've just kind of been using his front claws there to pinch on the dragon armor, and then it kind of rests on the back there pretty easily. He doesn't necessarily lay flat. He's always kind of got this off-kilter hunch to him, but you can put him on the ground if you want when you're posing your Ricky the Dragon Steamboat figure. And I think he looks absolutely fantastic. The face sculpt on this in particular is spot on. The dragon armor, if you don't like it, is removable. That is, again, another positive about these Masters of the WWE Universe is you can take off a lot of their, you know, Masters of the Universe-esque accessories and make them look like a typical wrestling figure for the most part. Some of them have, you know, some different things that maybe make them stick out a little more than they normally would on a normal, average version of Ricky the Steamboat. But all intents and purposes, I mean, this looks like a great wrestling figure by itself. Got some nice scale line paintwork here on the pants and the trunks. Got some nice red gauntlet bracelets on his forearm. Again, the armor looks fantastic, soft rubbery goods. We got the, you know, the spikes all the way around the neckline. He's got his tied on little head bandana there. Overall, great looking figure. And again, I think he is definitely the superior winner of the line as far as the cool accessories. This one in particular is just so awesome to see him come with a literal dragon Everyone else is coming with, you know, reused Masters of the Universe armor and weapons and things like this, but this in particular is fantastic. So definitely excited to finally have Wave 5 in the lineup. I'll definitely have to keep my eyes peeled for when Wave 6 starts hitting US shores, because as of right now, I don't think I've seen anyone report Wave 6 findings in stores. I just got dumb, stupid lucky on a Sunday that I was able to find these in stores, so fingers crossed. Hopefully you out there watching, if you're a fan of this line and you're looking to pick these up, happy hunting, because as of right now, as of the making of this video today, you cannot buy these online on Walmart's website. Maybe that'll change. I'll try to put links down in the video description box below if that does indeed happen to be the case. Either way, I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, make sure you hit that like button. Share this video with your friends if you found the information helpful. And as always, thanks for watching, guys. It really means a lot.